If all printers were determined not to print anything until they were sure it would offend nobody, there would be very little printed. This sentiment, expressed by Benjamin Franklin, addresses the enduring concern over a process known as censorship. It is defined as the act of restraining any public communication or expression determined by a government or other authority to potentially be objectionable or offensive, according to Mary Hull in her book, Censorship in America. Censorship's various manifestations impede individuals in virtually every medium of expression. Everyone is affected by censorship, whether directly or indirectly. The world is inhabited by countless diverse cultures, and while diversity is a point of pride for many, it entails maintaining views differing from others. Opinions also vary on an individual basis within each of these groups. The existence of so many ideas, coupled with human nature, necessitates their expression. As a result, several bodies in both the past and the present have imposed limitations on what ideas an individual is allowed to convey, as well as how they can be conveyed. One unsettling issue that arises from these circumstances is the fact that these groups, for the most part, answer to only themselves, so they are effectively allowed to create whatever guidelines they choose. Philip Cook and Conrad Heilman state in their 2013 article that censorship has become so ingrained in modern society that individuals have begun to censor their own views and ideas. Censorship is not by any means a new institution. It exists in several forms, including limitations in moral, political, religious, and corporate arenas, according to the Encyclopedia of Censorship. It might have initially been created to protect the interests of the general population, but if not kept in check, it could potentially infringe upon what Annabelle Patterson calls a person's natural right of expression. So how are we to avoid this? I understand that some censorship within reason is necessary. That being said, within reason is an imperfect term, as what is within reason depends on who is being asked. Therefore, I believe that the influence a government or other authority can exercise over an individual's ability to inform or express an idea should be diminished from its current extent. Presently, expression of any kind found in books, news, films, music, or on the internet is subject to suppression by any controlling body that sees fit. This power is implemented in varying ways and to varying degrees depending on what part of the world you are in. Any amount beyond what is necessary for the protection of others should be considered wrong, not just by individuals, but by the authorities in charge of censorship as well. Regulations on censorship should be established by a body composed of impartial members in order to ensure reasonable expression of ideas, but also to protect the public from harmful materials. Such a solution might seem unlikely for a few reasons. For example, no one is completely impartial, and some political structures just simply would not accept such a system. Despite this, it is not too difficult to imagine the benefits of reduced censorship. Restriction of ideas has consistently been the source of many conflicts in the past and continues to be in the present. It only makes sense that a decrease in restriction within reason would improve things. Slightly less hindered articulation of ideas would allow for the development of new ideas and better understanding of other views, which in turn allows for more effective solutions of pressing issues. Censorship poses a threat to an individual's innate right to express his or her ideas. Although it exists fundamentally to protect the public, its widespread practice and application does just the opposite of that. Limiting this control is possible and can be achieved through voicing your opinion of the matter. This regulation would benefit everyone, as sound ideas would be conveyed and promoted, improving the world around us. Eisenhower spoke volumes when he said, "Don't join the book burners. Don't think you're going to conceal faults by concealing evidence that they ever existed. Don't be afraid to go into your library and read every book." I encourage you to consider and support the liberation of the world's expression. Thank you.